Do you ever feel like you're just blending in as a realtor? If you feel like that, I think it's probably because you're building a business based on what you think works, instead of who you really are. I think the crux of building a real estate business is personal branding. So, if you're the type of realtor that's building or reposting the same templates, doing what every other realtor on Instagram and Facebook are doing, those just listed, just sold posts, and doing those things and wondering why it's not working, I'll tell you the truth, it's probably because you're not building you. Your clients are not able to find you because you're not being you. You're not being your authentic self online. But guess what? Today, we're going to change that. Today, we're going to talk about how to show up as you. We're going to fix your personal branding problems. My name is Chizette Cowan, and I am a top producing real estate agent coach. And as of now, your personal hype woman for brand building. I help realtors go from the transactional hustle to CEO energy. And in this video, I'm going to break down how to build a personal brand in your real estate career that's rooted in your passions, your values, your personalities, so you can stop chasing clients and really start attracting the clients that are authentically attracted to who you are, that share the same values, that share the same sentiments. And it becomes a lot easier because real estate is already hard. So we got to figure out how to make it as easy as possible. So make sure you're subscribed before we get started. Also, make sure you're on my email list and then tune in and watch this video. So let's be clear. Having a real estate license does not make you memorable. It does not set you apart. In Florida, which is where I live, the real estate license is the number one or the number two, I believe now, held license in the state. That means there are thousands of realtors, thousands, and it's all over the country the same way. What makes you different is my question. What makes you stand out? And I guarantee you, it's not your headshot, it's not your brokerage, and it is not anything external. It is your brand. Your brand is the emotional imprint that people remember when your name comes up. It is the thing that makes them say, I want to work with her. It is what makes you memorable, especially in a market like now where the competition is steep. And these agents are really doing well at personal branding. So we have to make sure that we're paying attention to this as we're lead generating, because I'm always going to talk about lead generation. There's nothing in a real estate business more important than lead generation, but the personal branding impacts the way in which you lead generate. Here's what you want to know. They don't want to just know you're a realtor. They don't even want to know you're perfect. They want to know you're real. It's relatability. And it doesn't happen by having everything all buttoned up in a box. It happens just by being authentically who you are. That's what makes people want to work with you. First thing I say in branding is find your magnetism. Find the thing about you that makes you magnetic. We all have it. I know what mine is, and I'm sure you know what yours is, but the problem is you don't show up like that in real estate. You're hiding behind what you see other people building, and it may work for them, not because it works in general, but because it's truly who they are. See, we have to show up as our authentic selves in every situation, and that will attract the clients that are meant and called to work with us. If you're looking how to find your magnetism, here's what I want you to do to start. I want you to survey 10 people. Ask them, what do you hear when you see me? What verb or what noun, adjective do you associate with me? That's going to help you determine how you're seen in the eyes of the people that already know you. When I started doing this, I think I sent this survey to my mother, to my sister, to 3 of my coworkers at the time. And they all said something similar. And I realized that those words actually describe who I am. So now my job is not to hide that. My job is to showcase my magnetism in that way and in a way that provokes those emotions in my content. So let me give you an example. I am a very tenacious person. Once I get started on something, I am not coming off that thing. People say this to me all the time. They be like, if you said you're going to do it, you're going to do it. But what that translated into with my clients is I'm going to get it done. If I tell you it's a yes, I'm going to move heaven and earth to get that yes for you. And my clients have begun to trust me in that. So when I've asked them for their trust, when I've asked them to trust me with their business, to trust me with the numbers, to trust me with the marketing, they do that not because I'm automatically trustworthy, but because I've branded myself to them as somebody that gets stuff done, as somebody that doesn't take no for an answer. So they come to expect that. And if I'm being honest, remember, it's not about perfection. I've not delivered on some of the things that I thought I could, and they're okay with that because I was always in pursuit of doing exactly what I said I would do. So the question is, are you faith-based? Are you a Comic-Con person? Do you like sports? Like I like sports. Do you like the ballet? Do you like opera? Do you want to work with first-time home buyers? Your passions are not distractions and they should not be hidden from your marketing. What they are is positioning tools. They position you in the marketplace and set you apart. If you love fitness, make your brand about high performance, energy, mental strength, toughness. If you love design, make sure that your design style and quality reflects that, because this is going to attract somebody that is also into design. These are the things that light up inside the right clients. These are the things that make them say, oh, wow, Chizette is the real estate agent for me. And I am telling you, this stuff works, especially when you start to incorporate it into your lead generation system. Step 2, once you have found your magnetism, and it may take you time to find it, it's called building a brand voice. It may take you time to find it, but once you do, now you want to create content that tells the story. So step 2 is tell the story through your brand. What story? Your magnetism story. If you follow me, especially if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you will know that I've lost over 100 pounds. I'm at the gym in the morning. Gym workouts are always in my story. It's a part of who I am. Faith is a part of who I am. My children are a part of who I am. Food is a part of who I am. Sports is a part of who I am. Friendship is a part of who I am. Here's what you need to know when you see my content. And when I did my brand voice guide, it said I'm a sage woman. That means I'm a woman of many interests and many passions, but I'm passionate about a lot of things. So that means there is nothing literally that's off limits for my content, and it attracts all people in. And what I find really attracts people the most is how versatile I am. They laugh the fact that I could go from playing Kirk Franklin to Glorilla. And they're like, how can you be that? Because that's who I am. And what you're seeing is that come across in my content. I'm not hiding it. I'm actually showcasing it. So it's fun to see me go from, doing crazy stuff on Saturday with my friends to being in church on Sunday. But guess what? That's who I am. I'm still a godly woman, but I live my life. I believe when the Bible says that you should live life more abundantly, that I should enjoy my life more than a sinner, because I'm not chasing a high. I'm not chasing anything ungodly. I am just enjoying the experience of life with the people that I'm around. And that's the kind of business that I have created. I created a business that is enjoyable. So when you start to really create content, because I'm always talking to you about lead magnet, attraction marketing, then I thought about it. I said, well, how do you attract people? By being yourself. And then by creating content that tells that story. So make your website, your social profile, your vibe. Literally, your vibe is going to find your tribe. Pick the colors that you love. If you see me, I have on pink shorts right now, yellow shirt and a white jacket. I'm color pop. I'm always going to have classic dramatic style, and it's going to have a pop of color. That's who I am. So many agents are hiding and then wondering why they don't have clients, because the clients can't find you. There is some agent out there that loves anime. And there is somebody looking to sell their house that loves anime, that would only want to work with a realtor that loves anime. And when they find you, they would be like, oh my God, this is my girl. This is my guy. So you want to make sure that you're curating your content in a way that tells the true essence of who you are. Because here's the reality. You're not just selling homes. You're selling trust. And trust is built through storytelling and realness. So I will post stuff that my stuff is not polished. I don't have a graphic designer. A lot of stuff I'll do real quick on Canva, but I never promised a polished design. I promise tenacity. I promise versatility. I promise passion. I promise an experience that my customers will never forget. And I deliver on that. And I don't have to be polished to do it. And neither do you. Step 3. This is my favorite. Step 3 is you want to create connection-driven content. What realtors do is they want to create business content. They want a business page. No. You don't. You can have a business page. I'm not saying don't have a business page, but you want to create content that's not business, but that connects to the person. Connection is currency, believe it or not. When you align your content with your passion, people will find you. Your people will find you. Let me just say this. If you're a big mindset person, which I am, I used to do Monday motivation. And Monday Motivation was just about businesses and entrepreneurship. And I would get up there and share business tips. Why? Because I love business. I don't really care what business it is. I am a fan of business. So when I would go on live on Mondays, every Monday, I would just talk about entrepreneurship, back end stuff, budget stuff, financial stuff. And it attracted over 20,000 people to that page. When you communicate something that you're passionate about, it just resonates. It hits. It connects with people. This is one of the reasons that when I talk to agents, especially agents that are dual career, you don't have time to play around with this thing. You have to hit it the first time and be impactful when you do it. Here's another thing I love. When I talk about being real, I don't do this as much anymore, but I have some clients that do. When I had kids, I would show that I'm struggling and juggling to drop the kids off, hurry up real quick, get to a listing appointment. People relate to stuff like that. As an entrepreneur, I'm sharing my struggles. I'm sharing the things that I'm dealing with. Why? So that people can connect. And this is what makes you special to your clients. If you value systems, talk about how you help people with systems, buying house systematically. Let your light shine. And I think that the reason why God rewards authenticity is because this is your personality. Your personality is God's imprint on your life. God made you the way you are for a reason. You have the passions and the drives and the desires you have for a reason. Let that stuff come out. Stop hiding behind just listed, just so. Jackie has done a really good job at being vulnerable and authentic on her social media, and people are watching, even if they're not connecting. That's why you have to connect them. And please look at previous videos, them to lead magnets and funnels, create things that people can engage in so that you can continue to build connection systematically. In short, don't just show people what you do. Show them who you are while you do what you do. Let me give you a personal story. I travel a lot. So I started doing 24-hour trips. I can't tell you how many inboxes I got for 24-hour trips. And it was because as a realtor, a busy mom, sometimes I can't go away for 2 weeks, which is what I love. But I can do a quick turnaround trip from Friday morning to Saturday night in a city across America. And I post the whole trip on stories. And people are like, this is so cool. I love how you get stuff done in a short amount of time. Why? Because I believe in maximizing time. Time is very important to me. I express my values in everything that I do. This is one of the reasons that people connect with certain people. It's not because you're a realtor. Nobody really cares about it. Like I said, second most licensed in the state of Florida. Nobody cares about that. There's thousands of us out there. But what separates other agents from me is I'm going to be me. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to joke. I'm going to take care of business in a short amount of time so that I can go on my 24-hour vacations. Those are things that people come to know me by. And here's the thing, when they come to know me by that, they expect that from me. And because it's authentically who I am, I can actually deliver on it. And here's the reality. When you start being authentically you, you stop having to chase clients. They start finding you because they're finding you based on similar values. When you connect with people based on similar values, similar passions, the connection is so deep, it's magnetic that you don't have to chase them. They will find you. Here's my call to action for you. This is my challenge for you. Stop trying to post what you think it will sell. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Be your authentic self and let your brand tell the story and do the heavy lifting for you. I am doing this YouTube video in my living room. I don't have a production team. And guess what? I still show up every week authentically me because the content is good. I am the brand, not the surrounding, not the background. And as you grow, will the background get better? Will the camera get better? Will the material get better? Absolutely. But you have to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can with those resources so that you can show up authentically yourself and actually build a business. Give your business a chance. So that's my challenge to you this week. And the reason why I wanted to do this video, because for the last couple of weeks, I've been talking to dual career agents. I've been talking about everything from lead magnets to creating content. And then I realized that I was taking for granted that everybody shows up as themselves, that everybody is comfortable in their own skin. I had an agent reach out to me. She said, your videos are so perfect. I'm like, that is not my intent. I do not want to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't want to appear like that. What gives you that impression? She's like, everything is so polished. I'm like, girl, if you see behind the scenes, it ain't that. But what it is consistent. Because guess what? I'm consistent. I'm going to show up regardless of what the circumstances show. Regardless of what's going on around me, she's not going to show up. And remember when I said my friend said, you're going to do anything you put your mind to? They know that about me. That's the thing that I want to portray, not perfection. So who are you? I gave you an assignment earlier. I said, reach out to maybe 5 to 10 people in your circle. Tell them to give you 3 to 5 adjectives, nouns, etc. that describe you. And then really pray about those things. And then think about your unique gifts and talents that God gave you and see if those things are, if any of those resonate with you. Pick the top 3 to 5 collectively from the whole list and what you bring together, and then start to create your brand around that. Start to post content that evoke those emotions. Start to create color schemes that provoke those emotions, and let the brand speak for you. Here's the truth. Your dream clients are out there. Your ideal clients are out there. All the people that you want to work with are looking for you and to work with you, but they won't find you if you don't show up as you. If you're trying to be like somebody else, they're going to go find that person, because I'd rather have the original or a copy any day. But guess what? You are one of one. And no one can do what you do the way you do it. When you stay in your own lane, there's no competition. Stay in your lane and make your mark. All right, guys, hopefully you got some value out of this video. This is just what's on my heart today. Please make sure you are tuned in and subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.